I don't want to lay on the past too much, but Brian Connolly, who was in the band, has gone, and you've got a new lead singer, right?
Brian left in '78.
So he's
I
been
must
gone that
qualify
long?
this. It's been 7 years.
And why did he leave?
Couple of reasons, musical and just
Personal?
a couple of differences. Not really personal, nothing that personal.
I think what did it was that towards the end of that period, we'd been on the road extensively in the States, and he'd come to a point where the touring was getting to him a bit.
He'd had it.
And it wasn't a personal thing at all.
Right. How long then were you off the road? You said '78 he went, so was that when you went off the road?
No, we toured. We stopped touring the end of '81, I think it was.
'81, so it wasn't that big a break.
And '82 was the final. We had an album released in Europe, which was, I suppose, I have to blame people like record companies, for things that happened in the latter stages of the band. But we decided in the interests of all that we ought to just take a break from each other.
Right.
We never really split up.
You didn't go off and work in other bands or anything?
No,
just a break as such.
Well, Mick and I did a lot of. I've done a fair bit of work on other people's material. Backing vocals especially. Because there aren't many singers who can sing like us. You see, in that range.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple of solo things. Mick and I have produced other people, but we came to a decision at the beginning of this year. We didn't want to come together last year in England when we had the compilation out then, because that would have been seen jumping on a bandwagon.
Gotcha. So you waited until that was passed.
And we decided to pull it all back together because basically we missed it.
Right. Mick, you worked with Ian Gillan and Roger Glover way back when. What was that band?
Well, yeah, our paths sort of crossed. Ian was in the same band that I was in at that time. Roger was in another band, and we'd sort of... everybody knew each other. It was like the...
What was that band?
Oh, the band was called Wainwright's Gentlemen, and then the band that Ian and Roger were in, a band called Episode 6.
How would you describe your sound compared to when the Suite first came together? Has it changed a whole lot? Got a little heavier maybe? A little harder?
Not really.
No?
Well, I mean, the very early days, we would, when we first formed the band, we were just like doing top 40 stuff and Tamla Motown and stuff. But I think the band really got going when Andy joined the band in, like, it had been sort of 18 months we'd been together.
Right.
And weren't really, had singles out, but, they were radio hits, but they weren't top 30 hits.
Yeah.
And I think that we all knew the direction we wanted to go in, but we didn't have the right kind of guitarist till Andy came along.
Do you still play all the hits in this bracket that you're doing now?
All the rock hits,
Not everything.
What would be the one song that goes over best?
I suppose Fox, because it was the #1 here. But they all, Borum Blitz, Fox, Oxygen, Action, they all...
The list goes on and on.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, congratulations on the album too. Here it's top 20. And that compilation single thing was around top 22 nationally, which is great. And congratulations on this, coming back and knocking them over again. It's all off and running again for you.
Yeah,
it's great. I'm glad you mentioned Ballroom Blitz, you said, or did you say Fox?
Well, Fox on the run end. I mentioned both of them.
God, I thought you said Ballroom Blitz.
I did, Ballroom Blitz.
Okay, 1977, it was a top 10 hit, and we just happened to have it for you. The Suite, catch them, wherever they are. Still got a few weeks to go in Australia.